3 points in a plane. I want the equation of the parabola that passes through these 3 points. Do you know how to do this?
No.
Oh, is it okay if I tell you, share with you how to do this? Okay. All right, let's see. What's the general form of a quadratic? What does that look like? Ax squared plus bx plus c equals what? What are the 2 things that it's allowed to equal?
0.
It can equal 0.
Or x.
Oh, good guess. What if we're graphing?
Or y.
It could equal y, right? Can it equal y? Okay. Well, if it can equal y or 0, that's good, right?
That means that y equals 0.
Sometimes it does. Sometimes it does mean that y equals 0. Sometimes it just means I need to get it like y equals. What are we probably going to do if it's y equals? Graph it, right? If it's 0 equals, what am I trying to do? Solve it, right? I'm trying to find x, right? So it really depends on what situation that you're in, what it equals. And today we're actually going to use both. Okay, we're going to start here because this is what I need, but when we end, when we write our equation, we want it to equal 0, knowing that it could also equal y if I needed it to. Does that make sense? Okay, so if this is where we're starting right here, do we know any of this?
Oh, yeah, it's right there.
Oh yeah, what's this?
It's
X and y. What's this? X and y. What's this? X and y. So it seems to me that I need to like take these one at a time, right? Okay. So let's see. If this is x, what do I do with the x for this part? What does it say to do? Square it. So what is 2 squared? So 4a. Now this is going to weird some of you out. I know that because, well, we're not used to plugging in stuff for x. We're used to plugging in stuff for a, right? Oh, we will. We'll get there. Okay? But right now we're plugging stuff in for x because we know x, right? Now, what do I do with the second part? Plus what? bx. Well, what's x? So 2b. What do I do here? Is there anything to plug in? No, so I just have plus c equals what?
y.
Which is 3. Okay. Well, that's it for that point, right? What about the second point?
Now
What do
it's
I do?
just-
Okay, so what do I do first?
No, I swear.
I square x, right? So 3 squared is 9a. 3b. Good. And then what? C. Will this always be c?
No. I mean, if it has 2 points, then yeah.
If it has x and y, will I ever plug anything in right here? No, this will always be c, won't it? Equals what? Y, so 2. And then what about the last point? What do I do with the x? Square it, so 16a plus 4b plus c equals 3 because 3 is 9. That looks surprisingly familiar.
You know what it looks like? It
Tell
looks
me.
like the thing that you put in the calculator.
Oh my gosh, it sure does look like a system of equations which we can put in our calculator. Would you please get your calculator out if you don't already have it out? I want to start a new document that is a calculator. Now, it seems like those of you who did your brochure project on matrix, like solving a system of equations, kind of have a leg up here, don't you? Because you've had to think about this more recently. But does that mean the rest of you shouldn't know already how to do it? Oh yes, you should absolutely know, shouldn't you? Do you remember what to put in? Or should I remind you?
I remember.
Okay, tell me.
Menu.
Menu.
5.
So we're going to say no.
Oh, menu 7.
Menu matrix.
Yeah.
And then
5.
reduced row echelon form. All right, you guys know how I feel about numbers, right?
Yeah.
You know I love numbers, but when we're putting in the calculator, we want to know the words that we're using, right? So menu matrix, reduced row echelon form, and then menu.
Possibility.
Still matrix again. What are we doing this time? We are creating a matrix. What size is this matrix?
4 by 3.
Try one more time.
3 by 4.
3 by 4. Zoom in just a little bit so you can see a little bit better, maybe. Maybe not. And then I just put in my coefficients, right? Let's see if I can do it that way. I can see a little bit better. 4 tab 2 tab 1 tab 3. So 4, 2, 1, 3. Well, I need my coefficient matrix, don't I? 4, 2, 1, 3. What's my next row on my coefficient matrix?
9, 3,
1, 2.
9, 3, 1, and 2. And the last row?
16, 4, 1, 3.
Excellent. So now I'm going to go ahead and enter those 2 rows into my matrix. 9, 3, 1, 2. Oh no. 9, 3, 1, 2. And then 16, 4, 1, 3. So this is what my calculator says. 1, 0, 0, 1.
You know it's good never to ones are on the line.
Exactly. What is he talking about?
The ones that go across the line.
The diagonal of ones, right? The diagonal of ones, that's what I need. Remember that? 0, 1, 0, negative 6, and 0, 0, 1, 11. Now, what did I just solve for? So the last time we did this, wasn't it x, y, and z? Where is an x, y, and z in this equation? What did I just solve for? A, B, and C. So what is A in this problem? 1. What is B in this problem? Negative 6. And what is C in this problem? 11. And remember, we know that because we have our diagonal of 1s right here like I need to, which means that is what I was trying to solve for, which are the variables from my coefficient matrix.
No, that's only for
Okay? Now this is A, B, and C. Now what did I ask you for in the very, very beginning? I asked for the equation of the quadratic, right? If I just solve for A, B, and C, don't I now have enough information to write the equation of my quadratic? So tell me the equation of my quadratic.
Oh, it's going to be 1. No.
So 1x squared
It's just going to be x squared. Then
plus bx.
plus negative 6.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
minus 6x plus 11
Equals y.
Equals y or 0. Either one is okay with me. I think on my answer key I have them all equal 0 because I wanted the quadratic that passes through those points, right? But setting it equal to y is not wrong. Not even close. Does everybody understand that? Okay. Can I do one more? Okay. Let's see. 1, negative 2, 2, negative 4, and 3, negative 4. Oh, dang it. That's not the one I meant to do. We'll do this one anyways. I'll have to point out something that I want you to see. Okay? So what do I do first? First I have to write my system, right? Using my general form of my quadratic, which is what?
ax squared plus bx plus c equals y.
Okay. So, what do I do with the x? Yeah, we should label it, right? So x, y, x, y. Actually, I'm going to change something. Can you change something for me real quick? I'm going to make this a negative 3. Okay. Okay, so what do I do first? What do I do with the x first? This first point. Square it. So what is 1 squared? So 1a plus 1b plus c equals negative 2, right? Because that's what y is. Okay. Now what?
Now it's gonna be
2a?
no, 4A.
Right, 2 squared, which is
4A.
4a plus 2b, because I just plug in the x. That's all I have, right, for the second term. And then plus c equals negative 4. If you're going to mess up anywhere, you're going to mess up right here. Don't. Don't do it. Think with your brain. B squared. Wait, ax squared, so, which is, remember I told you if you were going to mess up somewhere, it would be right here? What is negative 3 times negative 3? 9, right? 9a. Guys, is this number right here ever going to be negative when we're doing writing an equation of a quadratic from 3 points? It will never be negative. Why? What am I doing with the x? Squaring it. Will I ever square a number and get a negative? No. This first number right here will always be positive, won't it? Okay? Now what? Plus bx, we're right here. So, minus 3b plus c equals negative 4. Questions? Will c ever be negative?
No, because it's always C.
Because it's always just c. Does everybody understand that? Okay, so on my calculator, menu, matrix, reduced row echelon form, menu, matrix, create a matrix. It is a 3 by 4. And now I need my coefficient matrix, right? What is my coefficient matrix?
1, 1, 1, negative 2.
4, 2, 1, negative 4. Excellent. So 1, 1, 1, negative 2. 4, 2, 1, negative 4. 9, 3, oops, negative 3, 1, negative 4. Do we freak out when we see fractions?
No.
We do not. 1, 0, 0, negative 1 half. 0, 1, 0, negative 1 half. 0, 0, 1, negative 1. Do I have a diagonal of 1s? Right there. Then what is this?
Those here.
That's my A, my B, and my C, right? So what is A? Negative 1 half. What is B? Negative 1 half. And what is C? Negative 1. So what is my equation? I'll write it down here again just to remind you. Ax squared plus bx plus c equals either y or 0. What do you want it to equal? Y? 0? Which one?
0.
0, okay. Does it matter at this point? No. So ax squared, so negative 1 half x squared minus 1 half x minus 1 equals 0.
That's not hard.
No. Where are you going to mess up if you mess up? On the negatives, right? When I square a negative 3, sometimes I might accidentally put down a negative 9. Don't. You got this.
Yes, I do.
Okay? Any questions?
So